County schools have been heavily involved because eviction, you know, it has a really adverse effect on schools and education because these kids are constantly getting moved. Atlanta Volunteers Lawyer Foundation here in Atlanta, they did an experiment. I think it was a couple years ago now, where they targeted one specific elementary school that had really high eviction rates. There was a particular apartment complex in the area, and that was filing a lot, and a lot of people were constantly being evicted. And the school was basically one of the lowest testing schools in the district. But it was because it was something insane. It was something like 1 out of every 3 kids who started in a classroom in that school would not finish it by the end of the year. That there was just this constant turnover, and teachers can't get from point A to point B in a lesson plan if every week some portion of your class is new, right? The students you had left and the new students come in, you don't know where they're at. You don't know where their different levels are. You've created reading groups or writing groups or math groups or whatever. They all constantly have to be recreated. You can't get anywhere. Yeah. So the idea was, if you just slowed down evictions in this one place, what would it do to the school? And so what they did is they actually put volunteer lawyers in the school. And so when parents were coming and dropping their kids off in the morning, would say, "Do you need help?" And they would give them and they would meet them at the school, because that's where the parents were going to be, right? And that's where they could find them. And it's an amazing idea, and it has huge implications. So in Clayton County, the schools have been heavily involved in this, both in terms of wanting to be involved to help as much as they can, but also in promoting and sending out information and materials to families in the school system. And I will say that, what we've seen from the survey results is that, there's I think it's like 65% of everybody who's been asking for aid has kids. And the vast majority of them are elementary school kids.